Saturday. It is the 10th of February, and I'm Chris Allen here live on the Sam Channel, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Rumbles of thunder, flashes of lightning, gusts of wind, falls of rain. Does that pretty much accurately describes what we've seen and heard already this morning? It's been a little noisy this morning as we're looking live from the home place here in Plano. Still raining, as you can see, as of 6:41 a.m. Thanks for joining me here on this rainy Saturday morning. Yeah, it's not as much in the way of lightning or thunder, but you can still see the rain is falling. A pretty good rainfall. We'll check some of the rainfall totals from the Kentucky Mesonet here in just a minute. The winds that came through were pretty gusty as well, but as you can see by the bush, plant, tree, shrub in front of my house, it's barely moving. Usually we'll get a little gust of wind, but the rougher stuff is now out to the east, and even then, it's not severe. There's a few strong storms, but if you were watching me last night on News 40 at 5, 6, or 10, I said there could be a few stronger storms with some gusty winds in there. But other than that, it has not been a problem, which is good. There's a look at radar. And what we're seeing here is a big cluster of showers, thunderstorms, some occasional gusty winds. Of course, that's given the atmosphere. You can see this. You've got a warm front. That's the lift in the atmosphere that's producing the thunder, the lightning. You can see clusters of lightning up here near Berea, and then on down as you get closer to Barron County, even Monroe County this morning. Zoom in on that. You can see those lights there, Fountain Run, north of Tompkinsville, Summer Shade, Glasgow. But you go back here to Bowling Green, which is right here, and there's home that you just saw in the live shot. There's Sam, uh, closer to Campbell Lane. So I'm out here in Plano, out 231 and Plano Road. It's just about over for now, but this is not the end of it. There's going to be more rain and more thunderstorms as we go through the course of the weekend. So this is by no means over. In fact, here comes another cluster that's moving us Tennessee from Jackson, kind of up I-40, Huntington, Camden, Hohenwald, Dixon, Clarksville. All of that is headed right into southern Kentucky this morning. I can show you a different view as well, that will show you kind of a more expansive view of the rain and the thunderstorms. And look how far all this goes. There's Memphis, keeps going, keeps going. We're into Arkansas. Now we're into Texas. Oh my, there's a lot of it. In fact, I'll zoom all of this out. Look at all that moisture. And it's a steady stream. But the thing is that it's not going to be continual rain for the weekend. It's going to come in waves. Okay. So we're not going to have to worry about, number one, we're not going to have to worry about flooding. I don't think there's going to be a flooding issue. There's not going to be that much rain. And it's going to kind of rain then like it's doing here now in Bowling Green as of 6:45 this morning. It's cutting off. Then the next wave will come in, that will cut off, and then there's a final wave that will come in Monday night into Monday morning or Monday to midday on Monday. So again, there will be times when if you want to go outside, it's nice and warm. It still may be cloudy and there still may be showers in the distance, but you'll have some time to do something if you want outdoors. Just just don't expect a lot of sunshine at all this week across the area because there's much at all. There may be a time or two, it's like the sun wants to come out, but that's it. Severe weather. I know some of those storms got a little strong this morning, but they're not severe. We had a little bit of instability, enough to make it thunder and lightning but it's not enough to cause any severe weather, which is great. We don't need that. Here's a look at mesonet temperatures this morning, and it's of course very mild. We're in the mid to upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. There are 60s back into western Kentucky, and even to the east of us over in Russell County, Burkesville, down in Cumberland County, Tompkinsville, you're at 61. So is Albany over in Clinton County at 61. So, yeah, we have 60s even to the north of us. Well, let's check. I want to check rainfall. Should we start since midnight? Let's go last 24 hours just to see what we've picked up. So, almost an inch of rain up in Muhlenberg County, 93 hundredths. Half inch of rain in Hopkins County, half inch of rain plus. Russellville, Logan County, same for Todd County, Elkton, almost that much here in Bowling Green, 35 hundredths there in Morgantown, 85 hundredths of an inch of rain up in Grayson County. So it's a little stripe here. Well, there's E-Town. They've crossed the 1 inch total since midnight up in Hardin County. So these darker green spots is where we've had the heavier rain overnight. And you may think, wow, it rained good here in Bowling Green, but it only totals about maybe a half inch, lighter amounts out to the east. You're just now getting some of that heavier rain pulling through your area. So your totals will continue to change and go up as well. But when I showed you last night on TV that it looked like we were going to get like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, maybe close to 2 inches in a couple of spots. That is collectively over the course of the next several days. It's not going to happen all at once. And that's why I'm not worried about flooding. This is going to come in spurts and it's going to just kind of add up between now and Monday, collectively about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, maybe close to 2 inches in a couple of spots. But it could be that this morning, we haven't seen it yet, but we've seen some 1 inch amounts, and there could be some locations you could pick up an inch and a half or more rainfall in one sitting, in one storm. That it could put down that much rain. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how this is going to play out. Let me go back to this. Okay, I'm starting to see a few breaks here, looking live again from the home place. Looks like the rain is just about over. And I am noticing a few breaks in the clouds here, or trying to anyway. So we may see a little sun try to work through at times today, but then we've got more rain that's going to come in later, and some of that rain too could be heavy, and along with some rumbles of thunder. So just know that that's still a possibility. So here's a look at the model blender. And again, this is a guidepost, a template, if you will, of all the computer forecast models and what the output is. Again, we're going like 65, 66 today. That does kind of depend on how much sun we get. I mean, I still think we're going to be pretty close because it's 60 right now. It is 60 degrees at 6:50 a.m. in Bowling Green here on Saturday morning, February 10th. February 10th, and we're at 60 degrees. And we had a high of 61 yesterday. And our normal is starting to go up because the days are getting longer. And we're now the normal is 50. We've been in the 40s for the longest time. Yesterday was the first day our average high goes into the 50s. Oh, you can almost tell spring is just about here. But from here on out, the average daily high temperature is going to continue to rise, and we're going to get more minutes of sunshine. Now, tomorrow will be cooler because we'll be behind a cold front that's going to bring us the 100% chance of rain tonight and early tomorrow morning. So, through about midday, early, late morning to maybe midday to the east, we'll still have rain in the forecast, but behind that system, 50s, mid 50s, upper 50s, maybe. A little bit cooler Monday after the rains finally move away. Same goes for Tuesday, 51. Here we go into Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day, and we're back into the upper 50s, close to 60. Same for Tuesday. And then we see a leveling off, but notice temperatures will be running exactly where they're supposed to be for this time of the year into next weekend, and the beginning of the following week will be in the 50s. I mean, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Um, Again, no signal that things are going to get colder. They're just going to reset back to where they should be for this time of the year. That last reset that we thought we were going to see when it was going to turn really, really cold, well, that just did not pan out. It was a true signal of something coming colder, but man, it just did not. We're going to continue to stay warm, it appears. Okay, here's a look at the maps this morning. And we're seeing, of course, all the rain. Let me zoom in here so you can see our area. A lot of rain here. That warm front, that's what provided the lift this morning for those elevated thunderstorms. These were not surface based thunderstorms. In other words, we didn't have any sun heating up the ground so that we could get lift for thunderstorms from that. If we had had that, then maybe the storms would have been a lot stronger, maybe even severe. But we didn't have that, of course. It was nighttime. So the warm front providing that elevated lift so that we had elevated thunderstorms this morning. And yeah, they were somewhat gusty and somewhat hefty. Even some reports of small hail back in Logan County and a couple of other spots, but no big deal. So here's our cold front coming through. I'm going to slow down a little bit, wait on this low pressure system that's south of Memphis to come through later tonight, and that will enhance the rainfall again. So heavier rain and a few thunderstorms this evening, again, like this morning. Here we go into Sunday morning early. By Sunday midday, it's over, except for maybe some light rain or drizzle. Most of this is kind of overpainted here. Proximity of the low stalling out on that front, or the front stalling out with the low riding above it. Most of the activity is going to be south of us. That red shaded area, that's severe weather threat tomorrow, Sunday night. Southern Mississippi, parts of Louisiana, that's where all the rough weather is going to be, which will pull energy away from us. So I'm not worried about anything like that here or even close to here. Here we go Monday with the last round of rain. You can see on the back side of that system, there's a little mix, even to some snow showers, possible for extreme east and northeastern portions of Kentucky late Monday night into Tuesday morning, but otherwise very quiet. High pressure builds in. Here comes another little clipper system that's going to move in for Wednesday, Thursday, but only clipping northern Kentucky, not really affecting us here in southern Kentucky or middle Tennessee. There will be some things around us, but that's about it. It's all going to be pretty quiet after that. Don't see very much in the way of rain or thunderstorms once we get past that point. There you see, and the reason why these now, so I know some of you are like, "Ooh, those clouds look ominous. Ooh, they look like, is this going to be bad?" No, all you're seeing is where the clouds are trying to break up, and the way they are shaped like that is because the upper winds. We've got a lot of wind, a lot of turbulence that's going on in those upper winds, transferring down to the ground help shape these clouds and give them that kind of erratic, look. But it's nothing to worry about or be concerned about. So yeah, not to worry. This is kind of the way it's going to look today. Although there may be times when we do get some sunshine in here. So, but then we go back to rain and thunderstorms this evening. No severe weather threat. High today 66, 47 tonight, 57. It will be cooler tomorrow. All right, you guys, don't forget, download the new News 40 weather app. Hundreds and hundreds of you have already, over people, close to 600 at last count. I'm waiting on Google Analytics to come back in. We're just getting all that set up where we can get the numbers back. But let's say around 600 or more have already downloaded the brand new app. Just go to the App Store if you have an iPhone, go to Play if you have an Android, and just search for WNKY weather, and you'll see the brand new weather app. I got alerts last night of how close the lightning was. That was cool. And I even sent out a link back website last evening talking about the storms coming in overnight. And we can do these things and it will automatically send out alerts for where you live. And you can set up not only for where you live, but you can add 15 more destinations where you want to see the weather. If you have relatives that live in Muskogee, I'm just thinking Merle Haggard, I don't know why, just Okie from Muskogee. I just pick a town, put in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and it'll show you the weather, what's happening there right now. You've got friends and family in other places. You can see that. You can see live radar, see what alerts they're getting. It's so cool. And you get our weather blogs that we update all day, every day, uh, live newscast and weather bulletins. So when we go live on television or live during severe weather, you'll be able to watch it on your phone. What? It's the News 40 weather app. Download it now. It's free. Thanks to the good folks at Greenwood Ford Lincoln and their new mobile service. They come to you to fix your car. How about that? All right, you guys have a great Saturday. God bless you. Thank you, as always, for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for Super Bowl Sunday.